welcome today to another live recording broadcast with Susanna Kunkel of the Lux Living Group. I'm so pleased and honored to have as my guests some of my favorite clients of all time, who I've asked to, be willing to go on spotlight, so to speak, and appreciate that can be uncomfortable. But when I met with them, when we were talking about a buy-sell challenge, wanting to upgrade into a larger home, the love of the home that they had and that it's showing behind was so evident. We sat around the kitchen table with the one little one, which is now two little ones, and I just wanted to get a chance for you to hear from them, because it's one thing for a realtor to talk about a neighborhood or an experience, but it's more important that you hear from people who actually love and live in Queen Village what that lifestyle is all about.
So, yeah, you want to go?
So one of the things we really enjoy is, of course, the restaurants. That it's probably like 3 times a week we go. We look at each other and go, where would you like to eat? And everything's within a quick walking distance.
The walkability of the neighborhood, it's we really like it, and it gives us the mobility. We just can leave our house and just walk wherever, go to a local restaurant, like Marissa said, and there's some fantastic restaurants in the neighborhood, and they keep adding, in spite of everything going on. Some of our favorite restaurants reopening and have reopened, and there are more restaurants actually that have opened up as well in the last couple of years, and so that's one thing we definitely love. The parks, because now we have little ones. And Marissa everywhere. Just loves going from one park to the other.
Yeah. And then you get a little sense of community. You start to meet the same people. And, after a while, you know people. Every time you walk somewhere, you know somebody. Yeah. And all the restaurants, like the restaurants that we know, that we go to frequently, they all know us.
Yeah. It's very neighborhoody, you run into people and you'll just wave to them. You just kind of know them, because you live in the neighborhood, and it feels secure, very safe, and very friendly, and that's one of the things we like, and the nicest people.
And actually, something that made me feel like I really lived here, and it happened after a few years, is we would go to restaurants. This has happened a few times, but something happens with my credit card, or I don't have cash or something, and they go, you know what, we'll see you later. That's happened a few times. That made me feel, I was like, wow, I made it.
We're locals. And also families. I mean, we realized fairly quickly there are so many families in Queen Village, primarily because of the school.
Yeah.
The Meredith School is awesome, and and all these families, their kids go to the same school. They know each other. They meet at the park. We see birthday parties at the park all the time, pizza parties. And
in the summertime they have block parties, which is nice.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten invited to one of those yet, but next year.
Yeah. But so the number of young families, young kids. I mean, that's also we love that too, seeing kids all over, because we have little ones, so I think that we're kind of moving into that time where our kids will be kind of going to schools with those kids, and we'll be meeting those parents, and the community and the neighborhood are just
it's a pretty diverse community,
and that's why we already moved, but we didn't move too far, because we just love the neighborhood. We still stayed in Queen Village, and we're only 3 blocks away, so didn't go too far. That's it's one of those neighborhoods where I think that you really feel at home, and safe, and people kind of I feel look out for each other too. Even just our new place that we're at, a couple of our neighborhoods. I mean, actually, Marissa's gotten text messages. Hey, listen,
I've gotten a few text messages.
You got boxes outside, packages, or things like that.
Or we'll walk down the street and somebody will be yelling at the old guy next door, "Hey, Jimmy, it's about to rain. Move your chair inside." It's just that kind of neighborhood.
Yeah. And with the kids, you always get leeway, because people just love kids.
Yeah, a lot of dogs. If somebody doesn't have a dog, they're walking a kid. It's so cute.
But people who are looking for diversity, people who are looking for the sort of restaurant scene, dining scene, and then of course to send their kids to a good school, you got it all here. There are art galleries. We see young professionals, a lot of sort of mural art. And the community supports it, which is great. I also I think that one of the things that which realize over time is that the community takes ownership of its neighborhood as well, in terms of the parks. I mean, they're cleaned by the community. The community, they have this, every year, 2 or 3 times a year, we have spring cleaning and fall cleaning.
And there's always some old lady outside sweeping some block,
Yeah.
So there was, for this block, it's us.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm the old lady sweeping.
Cynthia. House we lived at, 503 Clymer, our neighbors, in that courtyard, we all, if there was something that we needed to do as a group, we all chipped in and we made it work, and still doing it, so because people kind of take ownership of where they live, and if there are things that need to be fixed, they need to be done, they do it as a community. I like that. We do like that communal aspect as well, and probably one of the most for families, young families, I think one of the most livable neighborhoods in the city. For a number of reasons I talked about, and I think the school district too. At least until 8th grade. I mean, it's fantastic. Some of our colleagues at the hospital, they say that some of their very close friends are basically their kids go to school with their kids, and that's how they've made really become good friends or close friends, and they've loved it. Yeah, so,
it's a good professional, progressive community.
Definitely very liberal, progressive. Yeah.
And it's also one of the most historic communities in Philadelphia. It has a lot of history and character. When I work with New Yorkers and I try to translate neighborhoods to well, this is kind of like, the Upper West Side, or this is kind of like, you just can't quite translate Queen Village because it's so uniquely Philly. And, it is a village within the city. Really getting the best of urban, cosmopolitan, diverse lifestyle. Yet, I'm a small town girl, grew up in farm country, so feeling that resonance of small town living, but with urban amenities, and Clymer Street is just so unique because, and in fact, if we could have added probably 500 square feet, you would have stayed there, right?
Yeah.
The other little baby coming, so we had to.
Yeah.
Exactly, but I could feel your love for your home, and it's been a wonderful home for you. And listening to you talk about, picking up the things for your friends at the store, and all of the shops in the neighborhood. It's just like in the European villa in the movies. You stop over to Scene Market, pick up your fresh bread and fruit, grab a bottle of wine, come home for dinner, and you've got the courtyard, where you can talk to your neighbors. It's very secure, private, but in the middle of the heart of Queen Village.
Yeah. And the homes too, a lot of the homes, like you said earlier, they're not cookie cutter homes. The homes are, a lot of them very unique. A lot of them historic homes and beautiful homes. A lot of them, So when you walk around the neighborhood, you kind of get that historic vibe as well.
Each one's a little different.
A little different, yeah, exactly. And so that's also a unique aspect of the neighborhood. We love taking walks, and
that's one of the things I think we do the most. Every day we take a walk somewhere.
We'll pick a spot. We're going south today or east,
and then
today.
We'll end up stopping for a beer or something. French fries.
And you're close to Delaware River, so everything along the riverfront. If you want to go for a long walk or bike ride or just see the water, you have that waterfront access for activities. Yeah, and it's just right in the heart. If you don't mind my sharing, when we first started looking for your forever home, larger home, we found a really great home, and it was in the school district, but it just wasn't in that heart of the village. It just didn't have that village feeling, which ended up being making it not the right home.
Yeah, we like the vibe of the city, city vibe. We love it. So you walk out of your house and then, you just feel it, and a hustle and bustle.
Yeah, totally.
And you're not in a car, confined space. You're walking. So we love that freedom. We enjoy it a lot.
Everything's so convenient and beautiful.
Yeah,
they're building a lot of beautiful.
Yeah, the neighborhood's already beautiful, but it keeps getting better and better. To be honest, because some of the buildings are older, they're being redone, have been renovated. And just older homes that are getting renovated all the time, and that just adds value to the neighborhood as well. We decided to stay in the same neighborhood.
Queen Village is unlike anywhere else in the city.
Yeah.
Funky family.
Yeah.
I mean, love it.
There's so many facets to it, So it's very it's a pretty dynamic community as well, and a neighborhood as well in terms of like what it offers. Great neighborhood and a great home, and which we loved, and
great neighbors.
Yeah, great neighbors. So
So without putting you on the spot too much, do you want to just share with us before we go, like your favorite top 3 restaurants, cafes?
We have a hidden gem that the Turkish place, ISOT, on 6th Street, which not a lot of people know about. It's like a Turkish restaurant, good with kebabs, things like that.
Yeah.
But
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
So many. Fiore is very nice.
Oh yeah, Fiore on Front Street.
Front Street, it's very nice. Emmy
oh
Squared is good.
Emmy Squared. Square Pie on Passyunk too. Perfect, like nice thick crust pizzas.
Yeah. Nomad, if you're looking for thin crust pizzas.
Oh, and the Good King. That's where we had our one of our first nights. And then we like great
Tavern.
Food, and then drinks forever.
Yeah.
Recently, we've been going a lot to New Wave.
Just
on
for
3rd
beer.
Street.
Just for beer.
Yeah, just for a day drink. Don't tell our other kid.
Your secret's safe with us. That's fine.
Stella Pizzeria, Zochi, Malbec, if you're looking for a good steak.
That's a good hidden gem too.
Yeah, that's a very good place. And then you can go to Society Hill, which is not too far.
Yeah,
and tons of restaurants there.
Oh, and the bagel shop. Oh, if I'm not there every day, I'm there twice a day.
Especially for New Yorkers. I mean, the bagel scene in Queen Village is fantastic. We have some really, really good bagels.
Bagel place, Philly Bagel.
Philly Bagels, Bagel Place, and then what was that new place that opened up on South? Bagelry? The Bagelry.
It's a Montreal style.
Yeah, Montreal style, yeah. So a lot to eat.
We're big eaters. We used to be big drinkers.
Those days are gone, I guess.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your love and passion for the neighborhood.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for talking to us. Yeah. Take care.
Thank you.